Berbicara santai namun tetap penuh makna. Inspirasi dari siapa saja, podcast yang bermanfaat untuk semua. Dari TVRI Sumatera Utara. Santai namun tetap penuh makna. Inspirasi dari siapa saja, podcast yang bermanfaat untuk semua. Dari TVRI Sumatera Utara.
Halo guys, selamat datang kembali ke podcast TVRI Sumatera Utara bersama saya Elsa Malona. Edisi kali ini cukup spesial karena kita akan lakukan bilingual ya, Indonesia dan Inggris, karena tamu kita juga seperti itu. Cowok ganteng yang duduk di sebelah saya ini ntar akan memperkenalkan dirinya dan kita akan diskusi tanya jawab dalam campur ya, Indonesia dan bahasa Inggris. Nah, siapa sih dia? Kenapa dia ini spesial? Saya kasih bocoran dikit, dia orang Medan, tapi bukan juga orang Medan. Dia artis, tapi bukan artis yang terkenal sebenarnya di luar, tapi bukan artis yang terkenal di kandang sendiri. Nah, ini masalahnya. Saya akan mintakan dia untuk memperkenalkan dirinya dalam bahasa Indonesia dulu.
Iya, bisa. First of all, terima kasih Miss Elsa sama TVRI. Dan hello semuanya, nama saya Abhilek Sharma dan saya udah tinggal di Medan 14 tahun.
Oke, dia sudah tinggal di Medan 14 tahun. So, probably you can explain how actually you came to Medan in the first place?
Ya, papaku datang di Medan tahun 2012.
Ya, tahun 2012.
Dan saya sama semua keluarga datang di Medan tahun 2013, bisa
Okay.
Mei atau April.
And how old were you then?
I was, I think, should be 5, no, it's not 5, so it should be 6 to 7 years
6 to
old.
7 years old. And your sister?
She should be 12, 13.
Okay,
so,
teenager.
Yeah.
Okay, so your parents came here for work?
My father came here for work.
Okay.
He used to work in India as well, and then his job shifted to Medan. So
Okay.
that's how we can say the Medan diary
Alright.
has started.
Okay, explain first your origin.
Oh, I'm from Patiala, Punjab.
Patiala, Punjab.
Punjab is a state, and in that state there is a small city which is called Patiala. So that's my dad's hometown as well.
Oke, jadi dari Patiala, Punjab, bener ya?
Iya.
Oke, dan dia datang pada umur dia waktu itu 7 tahun kurang lebih. Probably you can explain, tell the audience here, which school did you go to? I think that time, primary school, grade 3 probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was grade 3, and the school was CIS Medan.
Okay,
Previously, it was Singapore International School,
yeah,
Medan.
SIS.
Now the international has changed to some other name,
Okay,
which I forgot, but it's CIS Medan.
okay. So when you first time reached Medan, you obviously had some kind of cultural shock.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it was there. I think more than me, probably my mother and my sister had more cultural shock.
Oh, they have, okay.
They had more. I think my mother had more
Oh.
because like my dad used to get busy in day-to-day life. We started going to school,
Yeah.
but I feel for her because she used to stay alone in the house,
Okay, your mom.
coming the new country itself, to the new people, to the new culture. So a lot of things changes.
Okay, but we have Indian community, quite large and quite strong Indian community here. What was actually the biggest cultural shock?
The biggest cultural shock is that now we have a association which is called Indian Expected Association of Medan, of India in Medan, sorry. And my father is the president as well.
Okay.
But when we came to
Back
Medan, back then in 2013, 2012, there was no such association. So there were never used to be a lot of gatherings
Okay.
where
Okay.
expats could come and then meet.
Okay.
So at that point of time, like when we rewind to 2012, 2013, it was a big cultural shock.
Ya, saya tadi nanya kan, soalnya kan di Medan ini kita punya banyak ini ya, komunitas India atau Tamil kan cukup besar dan cukup kuat gitu. Jadi kenapa itu menjadi cultural shock juga sama dia? Ya memang ya gimana pun juga orang dari sana ya datang ke Medan, belum mingle around, belum jumpa, belum bertemu dengan banyak orang gitu ya. Walaupun dari suku yang asalnya sama,
Yeah.
pasti jadi cultural shock.
And then the other thing as well, if you ask about me in cultural shock, in India we used to speak in Hindi
Yeah.
with everyone.
Yeah.
But then now when we came here, not only speaking Bahasa Indonesia
Yeah.
was a difficult thing, but speaking in English as well
Iya,
was a bit
benar,
difficult.
benar. Iya, iya.
So that was a cultural shock as well. And then language is of course there.
Yeah.
Language barrier will be there
Kamu
for
harus
everyone.
mempelajari dua bahasa. Kamu harus belajar bahasa Indonesia sekaligus bahasa Inggris juga.
Iya.
Karena di sana terbiasa dengan bahasa Hindi ya.
Yeah.
Oke.
I even remember I used to take Bahasa Indonesia tuition.
Oh, oke.
But I feel the best way to learn Bahasa Indonesia is speak with your friends in Bahasa.
Oke.
Like one thing I used to do is that when for example, we four of us are on the table, and then both of them are speaking in Bahasa.
Oh, so you start.
So I used to hear.
Okay.
So few of the words I knew what they mean,
Yeah, yeah.
but few of the words I didn't know what they
Okay,
mean.
okay.
So I started grabbing the words and I started analyzing the words by myself as well, and then slowly I started speaking with them as well.
Oke, nah kenapa dia ini saya bilang tadi dari awal spesial? Itu karena selain dia juga orang Medan, walaupun bukan Medan warga negara Medan seutuhnya, dia juga saat ini sedang mempelajari Fakultas Aerospace Engineering, tapi dia ini cukup terkenal juga sebagai seorang penyanyi. Nah ini dia yang mau kita gali juga sedikit. Your stage name, can you, I mean, just now you already mentioned your name, but you
Yeah.
don't know your stage name yet.
So my stage name is ASL Boy,
ASL
in
Boy.
which boy has two B's.
Okay, ASL Boy.
So it's BBOY.
And ASL stands for
Abhilaksh
Abhilaksh.
Sharma. L is for Lakshi. Lakshi is my nickname.
Correct.
And
Abhilaksh
boy
Lakshmi
is-
Sharma,
Yeah.
AS.
No, it's
ASL.
ASL.
Sorry. Yeah.
Abhilaksh Sharma Lakshi.
Okay.
And boy is just to give the Gen Z factor.
Okay. Okay. So would I say that you're quite famous back in India right now?
Yeah, right now, not that famous, but
You're
I'm
getting
famous.
there?
But I'm getting there because the current focus has been in India itself.
Okay.
Because for the last many songs, I have been releasing in Punjabi,
Mm-hmm.
and the recent song which came, Kohinoor, in which I wrote the song as well,
Mm.
and I sang it as well. So that one is in Hindi.
Okay.
But but I have been in the language of Punjabi and Hindi for the songs.
So when people say Bollywood singer, they sing in Hindi,
Yeah,
correct? So there's Bollywood singer, there's Punjabi singer. Am I right?
yeah,
Okay. So how many songs have you released? Singles, right?
yeah. Singles. I released 16 songs.
16
16,
singles.
16 singles so far.
Okay.
Started
But all in
with-
singles, not in album.
Not in albums, in singles. And started with the first song, which was English song, Walls Will Fall, in which I wrote the lyrics as well.
Mm.
And the next two songs were English as well, A Date with Life, Baby I'm in Love with You.
Mm.
And from there, then we directly shifted to Punjabi music.
Mhm.
And right now we are in that sector.
So this ASL Boy ini sebenarnya sudah cukup populer ya di negara India. Kalau kita tahu ada Bollywood singer, jadi dia ini Punjabi singer,
Yeah.
right? Dia sudah juga rilis 16 buah lagu dan semuanya ini juga sudah ada di YouTube,
Already in YouTube. Yeah.
already on YouTube and probably radios in India,
Yeah, radios, YouTube,
YouTube,
and where all the Gen Zs goes, Spotify, iTunes,
Spotify, etc.
Instagram music, everywhere. All the
Okay.
songs are available, even TikTok.
So people just have to search for ASL Boy.
And they just have to search for ASL Boy
ASL Boy with 2B.
with 2B, and then all of the songs will come.
Okay, 16 songs.
16 songs.
Okay, can you just elaborate? How did you actually start to go into this music career? I mean, it has to be started with just a hobby, or probably your family kind of forced you into it. Maybe, I don't know.
No, there was no force from anyone.
Okay.
This is my choice, but I think it comes from my family background, because in my family my father used to sing, my sister used to sing, so I have seen them singing while I was growing up, and my father was, used to sing at national level as well. He has won many awards, and right now
Your dad has won many awards in
he has
singing.
in singing in his college days.
Okay.
He has won. He even has pictures on the walls. Like when we go back to Punjab,
Okay.
in his hometown, so there are pictures. There are
So
awards
people,
as
so
well.
he's actually quite familiar. Even your dad's quite well
He's
known there.
Yeah, he's well known. He's quite familiar as well, and right
Oh.
now he's a renowned author as well.
Okay.
Poet with 4 published books.
Yeah.
So I think the genes of writing, the genes of singing, I feel has come from my dad.
Mm.
And so yeah, from where it started, all thanks to the COVID in a positive way, because we couldn't go anywhere else. We were so stuck in the house.
Okay.
So at
Sorry,
that,
so I stop you here.
yeah,
Jadi COVID itu adalah sebenarnya satu masa di mana dia mulai menseriusin
yeah,
hobi bernyanyinya, di mana itu juga sudah menjadi semacam satu genetik ya di dalam keluarganya, dimulai dari papanya. Papanya juga ternyata penyanyi yang cukup terkenal dari asalnya di India, tapi bekerja di Medan, dan mungkin genetik ini juga turun ke dia. Tapi dia kalau tidak ada COVID, mungkin dia juga tidak cemplung ke dunia tarik suara ini. Okay, continue.
I mean, it's true. If COVID wasn't there, I don't think so I would have gone into this field. But as COVID came, we were stuck in the house and there was nothing to do as well. So at that point of time, I still remember, so on the piece of paper, I wrote 10 titles of the songs. I still remember one was Walls. The title was on Walls, which was later shifted to Walls Will Fall. Other of the titles I've forgotten. But I only wrote 10 titles on the page.
Okay. Hanya judul saja.
Ya, judul saja.
Jadi kamu mengawali di masa COVID dengan hanya menulis 10 judul lagu.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, I never told my parents about it. I was just taking it as like, okay, it's just COVID, a new hobby is coming. Because at that point of time, I was doing sketching as well. I was doing so many things. So I just
You actually
thought
doing everything just to kill the time.
so I just thought it as that it's just as a hobby.
Okay.
But then, like how we say that mothers understand their kids the most.
Yeah, okay.
So I was just sitting on the table, probably studying, doing something. And then my mother just came and then she said, you love to write, then you should sing as well. So the voice is good. So then I was like, okay, I've written titles of the song. So from there, the musical journey started. But now, when I say this specific thing to very many people, they get shocked because I don't say this to a lot of people. But currently, in my Google Docs, I have more than 200 pages of lyrics written.
Okay. 230.
More than 200 pages
Oh, more than 200 pages
of lyrics written in English.
Okay.
So, but right now we're focusing on Hindi and Punjabi. So
Okay.
I'm writing in Hindi as well.
Oke, jadi ada 230 lirik dalam bahasa Inggris, cuma itu belum kepakai karena kamu sekarang sedang fokus ke lagu Punjab dan Hindi.
Yeah.
Oke. Jadi ada ini sekarang right now you are preparing for new song or you just launched the new song?
We just launched the new song, which was actually Kohinoor, as I said before. Kohinoor with the V at the end. So it's Kohinoor. The V is silent. And so that was Pan India. Now for a lot of viewers, Pan India, the word is new. So Pan is a Greek word which means all. So Pan India means all over India. So the music is meant to be for the people all over around India.
Okay.
So they can listen, they can relate to it. Previously, we were only stick with the northern side of India, mostly focusing on Punjabi. But this time in Kohinoor, we are focused all over India. So the first song was all over India. And the next song which will come, that's on a global level.
Oke. Oh.
So that I mean, the song is ready.
Okay.
We are still not sure when to release it because the response of Kohinoor is really great. So we are mostly focusing on Kohinoor.
Okay.
But the next song will be on a global level.
Sometime this year.
Everyone will like it.
Okay.
Sometime this year, very soon.
Oke, jadi buat kalian gitu yang suka dengerin lagu-lagu India ya, lagu Bollywood, ini saya udah dengar beberapa lagunya dan itu bagus. Apalagi dia ini kan juga dari kotanya kita ya gitu, kota Medan gitu. Jadi boleh di check out lah gitu YouTube-nya, boleh di searching ASL Boy dengan 2 B, ASLBBOY gitu ya. Oke. Okay, something interesting actually. You told me that your dad was quite a well-known singer, but he came over to work.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with music industry.
No, nothing to do with
Okay.
music industry.
Now you are actually doing quite serious about music industry,
Yeah.
but you are doing aerospace engineering.
Yeah.
Jadi ini bapak anak, ini cukup serius ya untuk melakukan bakat dia atau hobinya, kita bilang hobi gitu ya. Tapi satu sisi juga bekerja ya profesional juga atau belajar dengan sungguh-sungguh ya dan profesional. Nah, this is quite interesting actually because most people would treat hobby as hobby, right? Well, 50% hobby, 50% in studying or something else.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but this is quite special, don't you think? So it's because your dad is doing it, so you also are doing it. I mean, did your dad pass you some kind of a teaching or some kind of principle? How do you live your life? You take a serious kind of a job, but also you have to take your hobby seriously or something like that?
No,
Or maybe you should do what you're supposed to do, but you have to pursue your happiness as well, something like that?
No, the one thing my father has told me that first of all, my father is very supportive because sometimes you want to do something outside of studies, so kids have to persuade their parents. So in my case, I never had to persuade them, so they only helped me. So they were the first one who took the first step,
Correct.
and I was the one to take the second step. So
Oh, they are the one who actually takes your first step to bring you to the first step.
Yeah.
Then you consider your second step. Okay.
So
Ya, ini cukup menarik juga gitu ya. Dia juga mengakui kalau banyak orang tua gitu kadang-kadang harus meyakinkan anak-anaknya ya. Atau sebaliknya anak-anak juga harus membujuk orang tuanya gitu untuk membolehkan mereka untuk melakukan yang mereka sukai, tapi tidak di keluarganya gitu. Jadi keluarganya percaya bahwa first step itu justru dilakukan oleh orang tua gitu. Jadi orang tua membawa si anak untuk melakukan first step, baru langkah keduanya, second stepnya baru si anak-anak itu berjalan sendiri.
yeah.
So for you, your concern is like career now, or musical career, or study?
Look, sorry, I've touched the mic. To be very frank, music and all of the entertainment-based things, it's very risky. Risky in the sense that everyone wants to be in this, everyone puts their effort, but 50% is a hard work, 50% is a luck.
Okay,
So
50% hard work, 50% luck.
luck has to click. So in the terms of entertainment field, there's a lot of risk. It can work, it cannot work. But on the other side, you need to have your educational degree done. So you will at least have a backup. Always a backup is ready. So if this doesn't work, this works. But in my case, because as I said, I'm very lucky due to my parents. So they always tell to me, you do your degree. After doing your degree, it's up to you. You want to stay here, you want to go there. But the best thing that they have told me that if you're very confused between a mind and a heart, always listen to your heart.
Oh wow.
Because your heart drives you to the right path.
Okay, again, say it again.
Yeah,
If you're confused,
if you're confused
Whether
between
the-
a mind and a heart,
to choose whether
To
your
choose
heart or your mind,
you should choose
choose your heart.
Because the heart tells you the purest things. Your mind is always confused in many things. But your heart tells you the right path.
Oh wow. Jadi kalau boleh saya jelasin sedikit gitu. Jadi prinsip yang diajarkan papanya dia ke dia itu adalah karena dia ini kan mereka ini percaya bahwa industri musik ini walaupun disukai, ini juga 50-50 ya resikonya gitu. Ada faktor luck juga di samping talenta kamu gitu ya, bakat kamu gitu. Jadi dia berpikir bahwa aerospace engineering-nya justru adalah backup. Tapi sekalipun backup, ini juga adalah sesuatu yang dia seriusin. Nah, keluarganya, orang tuanya itu mengajarkan satu hal, kalau kamu bingung mau pilih yang mana gitu, antara kepala atau hati, pilihlah hati gitu. Karena hati itu yang akan membawa kamu ke tempat yang benar gitu. Nah, ini sangat filosofis juga, tapi sekaligus ini keren gitu ya. Nggak semua orang tua kita juga yang memperlakukan prinsip itu ke kita gitu. So actually, I respect your parents for that. And you're very blessed to have family
Yeah,
and family support like that.
I'm really blessed because I get a lot of support from them,
Mm,
and sometimes I don't even have to say to them.
mm,
They just understand it, and then they just give their hand for the support. So I'm really blessed. I want to thank them
mm.
through the portal of TVRI.
That's nice. Okay, so now you have lived in three different places:
Yeah.
Punjab, Medan, Indonesia, and then now Australia. Three different places, three different cultures, three different. Everything is actually quite different. So, what's so special about Indonesia or Medan? What makes it different? Yeah, well, compared to your origin and Australia right now.
I think
I'm asking you the good things. Okay.
no, I will only say good things. Medan is like a home now. When I think about Medan, there are two really good things that Medan has taught me in life. One is being calm and being happy.
Being calm.
Being calm and
And
being
happy.
happy even in a worse situations.
Sorry. Tenang. Orang Medan itu tenang dan
Happy.
happy walaupun
Even if you're in a bad situation.
walaupun situasi lagi buruk. Tenang dan happy. Oke, lanjut dulu.
Because I have seen very many people, I won't mention any story as well, but I've seen very many people where they were at their low, and in the terms of Medani's people, but even at that point of time, they were calm, they had the smile on their face.
Oke.
So one thing, when I think of Medan and what it has taught me, is calm and happiness. And the next thing is being thankful and being respectful.
Oke. Nah, kita nggak pernah ngerasa ya kita itu gitu ya. Kita kalau ada kesulitan gitu, ada permasalahan, apa iya gitu kita orangnya tenang, happy aja, kemudian selalu bersyukur dan apa tadi satu lagi
It was respectful
saling
and
menghormati
thankful.
gitu. Mungkin ada lah ya. Coba saya ingat-ingat dulu. Ya sih kadang-kadang kita ini udah buruk gitu ya. Terus kita sering bilang, ya untung nggak gini, untung nggak gitu ya. Jadi kayak mungkin gitu kali ya. Masih ngerasa bersyukur gitu. Atau mungkin udah pada rame tagihan dan lain-lain. Tapi kita kok kelihatan tenang-tenang aja, happy aja gitu. Kayak nggak mikirin masa depan gitu. Yang penting hidup untuk sekarang. Oke, boleh. Masuk akal. So you mean that is actually Medan people's quality that other places that you visited don't have.
No, it's like in India, I was small. I was growing up.
Yeah,
So my age wasn't that much.
correct.
So in India, people have taught me about values and ethics.
Sorry?
Value, ethics, and morals.
Value, ethics, and
Morals. These three things are inserted into you, seeded
Correct.
into you when you were, when you're smaller, when you're growing up.
yeah.
So from India, I've learned these three things: value, moral, ethics, and I think a lot of thanks goes to my grandparents as well, who are no more with us, but all thanks to them as well. And then after getting those value, moral, and ethics from India, I came to Medan where I grew up, and in Medan, I learned all of those qualities: being calm,
Okay.
being respectful, thankful. And now when I'm in Australia, now I'm an adult. So from Australia, I'm learning a lot of things about about time management, about how important your schedule is, your time is, your amount of, I won't say amount of money, but Australia teaches you your value, and it also teaches you, in which specific thing you're good at.
Okay.
Other thing which Australia teaches you is communication.
Sorry?
Communication.
Okay.
Communication, because I feel in Australia people love to communicate a lot. Like the one of the good thing about Australia is anyone will approach you anytime and they will start talking like they know each other for quite a long time.
Okay.
This quality is also good in Medan as well.
Okay.
But
Kita cepat akrab ya.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the right one in Bahasa. But in Australia, because I'm now in adulthood as well, so Australia is totally teaching me a different thing, and it's making me mature in terms of my adulthood.
You said you consider Medan as your home, so
Yeah.
you might also feel some kind of homesick when you're first in Australia.
I felt even when I went to Australia, my sister was there. So a lot of people will think that family is there. You shouldn't be home. You shouldn't feel homesickness. But when you go there, it's completely 180 degree shift.
Okay.
Of course, over here, when my parents are here, a lot of things are done by parents.
Yeah.
But when you go to studies outside of your comfort zone, outside of your hometown or home city, so you have to, first of all, you become very mature. You have to
More independent.
you have to be very independent. So yeah, I felt homesickness a lot, but I feel slowly as time passes by, things get better.
Other than missing your parents here in Medan, what are other things that you miss about
Food.
Medan? Food. Okay.
Food, I miss food, and I miss Medanese people.
Oh, okay.
Medanese people are really nice.
Oh, okay.
Really, what do you say? Cute.
Cute.
I'm not getting the right word, so I will just say
Okay,
cute.
what are you trying to say actually?
No, like, Medanese people are
Gimana
really
caranya
friendly.
orang Medan cute?
Friendly.
Oh, friendly. Okay.
Maybe you can take cute as well. Friendly and cute.
Friendly and cute. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. What is so Medan about you that many people might actually not know? Saya nanya sama dia apa kira-kira yang banyak kita mungkin nggak akan duga, yang Medan banget gitu, Medan kali gitu mengenai dia.
I think it can be in terms of food.
Okay.
Like I like mee gomak.
Mie goma. Okay.
So whenever I come back, that's the first thing I want to try.
Okay.
And the other thing which
Mie
was
goma.
introduced to me by my friend.
Okay.
So that's also a good story. We used to go tuition over here. So on Saturdays they used to do 2 classes. Between 2 classes there used to be a break. And then just beside the tuition was a good restaurant. So I mean we were a bunch of friends. We used to go together. So I used to see him drinking, drink, an Indonesian drink. So I used to think a lot because before I was quite shy and introvert.
Dia selalu minum satu minuman yang sama
Yeah.
ini setiap hari.
Every time I used to see him, he used to drink that.
Okay.
And then, of course, previously I was shy, I was introvert, so I didn't ask him much. But then after a while, after few meetings, I asked him that what is this drink I want to try. I tried it, I liked it, and the drink is Badak.
Bada. Oh, okay. Tapi itu sebenarnya Bada is not very easy to find, but your friend actually drinks it every single time you see him.
Every single time I see him, his one drink to go to drink is Badak.
Yeah. We're actually quite proud of our Bada drink.
So Badak is really good.
Yeah, it's good, huh?
It's actually so good.
Yeah.
If I have to choose between, if I'm talking in terms of soda,
Coke or soda, yeah,
Coca-Cola, Sprite, or anything, I will choose Badak.
Bada, yeah, same likewise, yeah. Okay. Let's go back to your time in Medan. Okay, reminiscing your 14 years in Medan. I'm not too sure whether you actually growing up meeting a lot of people from different ethnics, different religions. me personally, I don't see many places, many cities like Medan.
Yeah.
Say if I go to Jakarta, I don't meet many in one place. I don't see Chinese or the Tamil or Batak or just Javanese, for example. But Medan is very special in that term. So maybe you have your own opinion about that.
I think because Medan is just that there are a lot of religions are over here.
Multi-ethnic as
So
well, yeah.
one thing that this has teaches that has taught me is accepting different cultures and accepting different religion. So that's the one thing that I have learned being with everyone. Of course, when you first come to any country, you have a lot of thoughts in mind. But then once you start being around with people with different ethnics, your view of point changes a lot.
You are more receptive to differences.
You're more respectful to differences, and you start to actually acknowledge everyone of their backgrounds. So I mean, even in Medan, I come from a different background, right? I'm an Indian.
Yeah.
So and my religion is Hindu.
Yeah.
So it's a different background for Medanese people as well, for
True.
people of Indonesia, and for my friends as well. So I learned that through the class only I was Indian. So if my friends could accept me, without doing racism, without doing discrimination, any of those things. So then why, when I was coming here, why I had so much thoughts about their perspective or their religion, a lot of things. So yes, one thing that it has taught me is accepting differences, accepting differences.
Okay. Back to your parents. Are they planning to stay here for a lot longer?
Actually, my dad loves Medan a lot.
Okay.
So, but to be very frank, we have never talked about should we leave or should
I'm
we
asking
stay.
you in regards of future. You see, so you see, when we are in Medan, as Medan people, we live in Medan. We are born in Medan. We are raised up in Medan, and then I don't know, like right now, for me, I don't see myself elsewhere.
Yeah.
But your parents probably have different mindset.
I mean, I don't know if both of them might have talked to each other about this, but with me, they have never talked about this topic. But
So
I feel that both of them loves Medan a
So
lot.
basically, they already feel like as if they are Medanese.
Yeah, they feel they are Medanese. Like we like Medanese food. We like Medanese people. We can speak Bahasa Indonesia very well. So right, even when we go to India, sometimes in slip of tongue we say Bahasa.
Okay.
So sometimes over there we have helper as well.
Yeah.
So when we want to call salt, so the word salt, or in India we say namak.
Okay.
So those two words never come to our mind.
Okay.
The first word comes to our mind is garam.
Garam. So when you're in India, you say garam.
Yes,
Actually,
in
nobody
slip of
understands
tongue-
you.
In slip of tongue, we say Bahasa
Okay,
Indonesia.
okay.
So we love a lot. And one thing my dad says is that Medan is like a magnet.
Magnet.
Once you are in Medan,
Okay.
you can never leave it.
Okay. But not in instant, actually. Not instantly.
instant, but slowly when you start staying, like the magnet starts pulling you closer.
Ini cukup menarik sih, soalnya kita nggak berpikir ya orang yang datang dari luar itu menyadari bahwa Medan ini sangat menarik, seperti magnet katanya gitu. Sementara kita ini kayak merasa Medan ini udah pilihan terakhir gitu, nggak bisa keluar, nggak bisa pergi kemana, ya udahlah di Medan aja gitu ya. Ternyata nggak seperti itu gitu. Dan ini cukup menyegarkan juga sih untuk saya lebih menghargai kota Medan. But you've said about all the good things about Medan. Probably just one not so good things that you wish you could, Medan could do better.
I think there's nothing.
Nothing.
Medan is perfect.
Oh, Medan is perfect. Ya ampun, malu aku dengarnya.
Yes, there's nothing. Medan is perfect.
Okay.
Like even when I go to India, of course I love to go to India. It's the place where I was born.
Yeah.
But because most of my childhood and my teenage age has been spent in
In
Medan.
Medan.
So even when I go to India, I don't feel the relaxedness.
I see. Yeah.
So, but when I come to when the moment we land
Hmm.
in Medan, it feels like okay, we are
We're
home.
home.
Now we can relax.
Okay, that's quite interesting. But okay, is there are there any differences between India with the Indian ethnic in Medan, Tamil?
I think the
To explain to me.
I think there are two types of Indian ethnics. One is Tamilians and one is the Sikhs.
Okay.
Sikh.
Oh, both also we have it in Medan.
Both we
Iya,
have.
kita juga punya suku Sikh, betul, di Medan dan juga Tamil di Medan,
Yeah.
betul.
But one of the like for the Tamilians, the population of Tamilians is a lot, and the way they they perform some of the things, or the way they worship is like how people in South or in Tamil worship as well. But the Tamilians of Medan is a mixture of Tamilians and Indonesians.
Sorry, the mix of Tamilians and Indonesian.
Tamilians and Indonesians.
Oh,
So it has become a mixture.
Correct.
So in Tamilians, you will see the mixture of the cultures, the roots and the values of both Indonesia as well, specifically Medan,
Yeah.
and Tamilians as well. And then there are Sikh as well, Sikhs. So the Sikhs as well are like, it's a mixture. So you will see a bit of the culture of Sikh as well, a bit of the culture of Medan as well. So there's a lot of diversity
Correct.
in this as well.
Jadi buat teman-teman saya, suku India ya, India Medan yang sedang menonton ini tadi baru dijelasin sama our ASL boy gitu bahwa ada perbedaan ya ternyata dengan India yang ada di sana, bahkan suku Tamil yang ada di sana juga dengan suku Tamil di kita ini, karena kita ini udah nyatu ya dengan suku-suku lokal yang ada di Medan ya. Oke, kita akan close bentar lagi. Ini kita kembali ke sosok ASL boy, seorang yang menyukai musik, tapi juga memang mungkin menemukan luck-nya ketika terjadi bencana COVID. Di situ dia mulai mengisi waktunya dengan membuat judul-judul, membuat lirik-lirik, sampai sekarang dia udah buat ratusan lirik, tapi baru 16, tapi dia juga serius loh gitu, punya 16 lagu yang sudah diproduksi secara profesional, pakai recording profesional. Seingat saya juga dilakukan di Jakarta ya.
Iya.
Ada yang di Jakarta, ada yang di India ya.
Lagu Inggris semua dari Jakarta.
Oh, semua lagu Inggrisnya diproduksi di Jakarta.
The music was composed by award-winning music director Pak Iwan Gojaya. Iwan Gojaya.
Gojaya. Oke, itulah music producer untuk yang
Ya, untuk
English
lagu
songs
Inggris.
yang diproduksi di Jakarta.
Dan lagu Hindi sama Punjabi dari India.
Di India sana.
Itu ada multiple composers.
Oke. Tapi semua ini juga bisa dinikmati di Spotify, di YouTube, juga mungkin di sosial media lainnya, mungkin juga di radio di sana ya. MTV probably. Oh,
TV
TV
juga.
juga, ada di TV juga kalau di India. Kalau di India mah dia udah ini ya, udah terkenal gitu. Ini tinggal kita yang ada di Medan mungkin belum pernah malah dengar mengenai ASL Boy ini. Jadi you should gitu. Sekarang boleh setelah acara ini di searching gitu ya nama dia ya. Dan itu lagu-lagunya enak, saya jamin. Oke, kamu mungkin can give like a message to all the youth in Medan, Sumatera Utara regarding dream, regarding passion, things that probably your parents have taught you, and you have come with your own principles by
One of the
yourself.
things that I feel is that if you're doing something in life,
Sorry, you can mix Indonesian and English, but probably
okay.
people will understand
for,
it.
for some words,
Yeah, some words is
when
okay.
it comes, then
Yeah.
I will say. But I just want to say, if you do some things in life, and it doesn't matter if those things are not working for you, but if the God or the universe is not making you quit it, then don't quit it. Work hard and don't give up.
Okay.
The author of Harry Potter, I forgot the name, but the author of Harry Potter was, I think, rejected multiple times. Even LeBron James couldn't score 100 in his 100 first matches. And then even Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber #1, It took him 12 years,
12 years
12 years to shine.
to shine.
So
Okay.
there are a lot of examples, but if the universe and the God isn't making you quit something that you have started, then don't give up. Keep your hard work on and just keep doing it. One day, one day you will wake up and you will realize that all your hard work will be paid off. Really worked.
Hard plus hard work.
Hard plus
Hard work. Jadi dia tadi aku cuma mentranslate lagi ya. Jadi dia bilang pesannya adalah buat kita yang masih muda, yang ingin menjalani mimpi kita, ingin menjalani apa yang ada, yang sangat kental di hati kita, jangan menyerah, kerja keras terus, jangan berhenti kecuali sampai semesta dan Tuhan menyuruh kamu berhenti. Kalau tidak, walaupun apapun hasilnya, outcome-nya itu, kerja aja terus. Satu hari nanti akan membuahkan hasil apa. Jadi upaya tidak akan membohongi gitu ya. Oke.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, nothing else. And then don't think too much about future. Live your present life.
Live your today.
Live your today. Create good memories and be kind to people. Be humble to everyone. And recently, flood came as well in northern
Ya.
northern side of Indonesia.
Tapan dulu di tengah.
So,
Ya.
my condolences to the people who lost their lives. And I just want to give strength to everyone, who took the damage from the flood. I hope everyone will come out of this and Medan will flourish and North Sumatra will flourish again.
Thank you Esel Boy. Dan terima kasih buat semua kita yang udah pada ngikutin dari awal sampai habis. Boleh dicek tadi Esel Boy, dan kita akan jumpa lain kali di episode yang lain di podcast TVRI Sumatera Utara.
Utara, santai namun tetap penuh makna. Inspirasi dari siapa saja, podcast yang bermanfaat untuk semua dari TVRI Sumatera Utara.